What kind of bizarro world Uno reverse card world are we fucking living in? What the hell is going on in this country? And right here in conservative Texas. Today we're ripping into the moral bankruptcy around ICE, deportations, and hypocritical outrage. But real quick, let's hit the local scandal that's got my backyard on fire. Mayor Mizani yanked the trigger on joining ICE's 287G jail enforcement scheme. So if you're arrested in Keller, your immigration status gets checked. And guess what? This ain't some distant policy fight. It's happening right now. The city council just approved it unanimously, despite a room full of angry Texans pushing back. This will divide our fragile community, one protester warned. It's political theater for office seekers. What part of targeting criminals, not residents, sounds like presidential campaign fodder? Here's some stats because stats don't care about your feelings. National taxpayer cost. Illegal immigration cost the U.S. around $182 billion, offset by just $32 billion in taxes paid. That nets to about $150.7 billion a year. That's $1,156 per taxpayer, or $8,776 per illegal or their U.S.-born child. Texas-specific burden, about $13 billion a year. Dead last on services, highest bill. And there's been a slew of criminal cases we just can't ignore. Outrageously horrific incidents. A whistleblower citizen, Ulid, Montana, was murdered by illegal immigrant coworkers trying to silence him after he blew the whistle on wage theft. And Trump cited stats of ICE arresting hundreds of thousands with criminal records, like 100,000 assaults, 30,000 sex crimes, 4,000 violent killings. Let's look at the Yankees to the north. New York City shelters. Between January 2023 and October 2024, 3,200 migrants were arrested 4,884 times. Assaults, robberies, drugs, and that mess has cost city taxpayers at least $7.7 billion. So what the hell's gone wrong? We once said just obey the damn law and get in line. Now we're waving the not my fault when things go sideways. Illegals do pay, but far from covering the cost. The burden remains front and center, and the victims do exist, with stories we can't pretend don't sting. Let me bring this back to my backyard. I support Mayor Mizani 100%. And if you're one of those pearl-clutching protesters throwing a fit because the city of Keller dares to check if arrested criminals are in this country illegally, you've lost the damn plot and probably your spine too. Let's stop pretending this is controversial. Let's stop pretending this is racist. Let's stop pretending criminals deserve protection while law-abiding citizens and legal immigrants get the shaft. He's weaponizing immigration. He's using ICE to divide us. He's creating fear. No, sweetheart. He's doing his job. He's protecting families. He's saying if you break the law and you're here illegally, you don't get a free pass. You get processed and maybe deported. And that's how the system is supposed to work. Guys, common sense ain't controversial. Let's be honest here. Mayor Mizani didn't propose internment camps. He didn't say deport your neighbor for jaywalking. He said if you're arrested for a crime in my city, I want to know if ICE wants you. And the left melted down like he just reinstituted the Inquisition. This isn't about fear. It's about public safety and accountability. Mizani and others is sending a clear message. Let legal immigrants come, yeah, but we protect the rule of law first, especially after arrest. He stated clearly only individuals already arrested are checked. That's not policing immigration, it's reinforcing legal consequences. I'll say it again, Mayor Mizani stands for law and order. He stands for families, not ideological protesters or virtue signaling elites. He stands for transparency and enforcement, not sanctuary city softness. If you're upset by this move, ask yourself, are you upset because you're protecting rights or because it challenges your narrative? Because at the end of the day, communities should be safe first. If you're arrested and you're here unlawfully, you deserve to be processed, no exceptions. So here's my closing message. Thank God we finally have a mayor and others bold enough to protect citizens instead of pandering to the political sentiment. Pissed off parent, out!